Welcome to our prayer journey with my Toad Daily Devotion. In the process of praying, I get bogged down sometimes, not knowing what to pray about. And then I started to read the book of Job, and I have found an unlimited resource of what we should be praying for. The devil, as a lion, looketh for whom he can devour. And in the book of Job, you wind up seeing his method of attack. First, he goes before God in heaven and with other angels that came in. And in the process, God says to him, "What are you doing here?" Well, he says, "I came with your permission, of course. So I'm just going through the earth and, I'm looking for faults in those people that you have created because they are fallen." Probably the Satan was saying, "There's none that walk it right." And God says to him, "What about my man Job? For he does right in all things." And Satan makes this accusation. He says, "Well, he only does what you want because you are blessing him. Otherwise, he would curse your name and throw you out." So God gives him permission to make an attack upon Job, but not to do anything with his life. Thus, the very first prayer that we have here is to pray for families, because this is exactly what Job does. If you get a chance, open up the book of Job, chapter 1, and read through it. And you will find that Satan attacks his family. He goes after his family and his wealth, taking both at the same time. What if Job was praying for his family not to be attacked? Well, we can't understand God's will in things sometimes because it's exactly what happens. Job was praying for his family, but he was praying for his family's righteousness. There we have the second prayer request. You see, we always got to pray, God's will be done. Thy will be done. I can't understand why God did this at this particular time. But when you see the end of the book and its placement in the Bible and the hundreds of people that it has helped, millions of people, me is one of them. When I first got saved, is one of the books that I spent a lot of time in, understanding that persecution is part of life. So the two prayer that we got from this particular chapter, and again, read through it, is not to pray that we don't get attacked, but that our relationship with God stays intact. That we draw near to God and we resist the devil and he will flee from you. The second thing is this, to pray for our families like Job was, that their relationship was right. Of course, we can pray for protection over them. You know, God does not do anything. He loves us. He doesn't cast us to the wind. He did not cast Job to the side. Neither did Job cast God to the side. But when you look at this book, you will see that Job came to a point where he wished he was dead. That is how much pain and suffering he was going through. But in the end, he never cursed God and said, "Take my life." He wanted to go, but he never said, "Curse God and die." And he stuck it through. He did not consider doing anything to his own life, but staying faithful to God, and he did not turn on him, despite a world that came against him. If you go through this book with me, we'll touch on it, you will understand. And if you read it yourself, you really understand how hard this man fought and how much he loved God. And he didn't even know about heaven in his day. And we'll see that in other videos. So until next time, may Jesus increase as we decrease.